Thursday, June 10th. Want to make appropriate content for YouTube, something that's appropriate. I was looking through my closet as I was getting rid of my fall clothing and tucking some summer clothing in, and I found this beautiful collage of pictures. They're already taped and put in the frame. And I took it out and was just thinking of my time as a mother. There's me with my long hair holding my son. I can look at the tree, the Christmas tree, and I can tell you that my son was probably 4 years old in that picture. And there we are in Hawaii at the beach. That was on a Christmas Eve. We went swimming and we took pictures because it was Christmas Eve. And I was swimming in the ocean. And there he is, hanging out on a tree limb. And there he is, riding piggyback on his mama's back. Look at those glasses. See how big they are? You can tell immediately that's from the 1980s. Yeah, it's wonderful when your children are small. I taught him how to swim. He's a water baby. Here he's imitating me. I have my hand on the wall, so he puts his hand on the wall, puts his hand on his hip. Children imitate their parents. Be careful what you show them. Be careful what you say to them. It matters. There's me in a swimsuit. I always wore a one-piece suit. I never wore a two-piece suit. I had so much body shame that I would never show my midriff to anyone. And there's me with my weightlifting gloves on. Can you see the gloves? I had my leotard and tights on and then a shirt to cover myself, modesty. So I had probably was on my way to the gym because I don't look like I already went to the gym. Going into the gym, you look one way, and you definitely look another way with the sweat and the wet hair when you leave. Halloween, going to the park. What is he doing there? It looks like he's washing the sidewalk or something. Maybe he's washing chalk off of there. Caught him in a moment on the swing. I remember that car. That was my Ford Tempo. There we are at the beach again. He was born in Hawaii, Triplet Army Medical Center. Big military hospital on the island of Oahu in the Hawaiian Islands. And there I am again wearing a one-piece swimsuit, something draped modestly across my lap. I don't know what he bit into when he bit that apple, but he's not too sure about it. This little gal was the neighbor of ours. And 2 doors down. In Hawaii, on the island of Oahu, you live in townhouses or condominiums. Hardly anyone can afford to buy a single home, single dwelling home. Land is so expensive there. So they build what we would call on the mainland townhouses or condos. So one of your walls you share with a neighbor, and the other wall you share with a neighbor. Sometimes you hear things going on at your neighbor's that you wish you didn't hear. Sometimes you have to mind your own business. Other times you have to get involved. When it sounded like the man next door was beating his wife at 2:30 in the morning, and I could hear the sounds, and I was confused. What woke me up out of my sleep? And you hear these sounds like a cat mewing. And then you realize he's drunk and he's beating her. Well, I got my clothes on and went and knocked on his front door and had a big flashlight in my hand. And I said, I want to see your wife. He said, what are you doing here, Joanne? Everything's fine. I said, I want to see your wife. He said, she's asleep. And I said, I don't believe that she's asleep. You either let me see your wife or I'm calling the police. Because I get involved when it needs to be involved. I'm not nosy. I'm not a busybody listening through the wall to hear his conversations or hear him making love to his wife. But when a man is beating a woman, she may not have the means to get to a telephone. She may not have the car keys and can leave. She may need help. That's all I'm doing. I'm just being a good neighbor. I'm just watching out for my neighbor. She did come to the door, and I asked her if she wanted to come to my house and spend the night, or did she want me to leave? Or did she want me to call the police? Or did she want me to take her in my car and drive her somewhere? Because I get involved when people hurt other people. I had another neighbor in another house, another condominium. She had 3 children. She had a young daughter, about 5. She had a toddler still in diapers, and she had an infant, and her husband had just left her. So here she was, alone with 3 kids, struggling, active duty military, just like me. And I could hear her pounding on the kids. She picked on one child in particular. So I went over and I knocked on her door and I said, "Can I help you?" And she said, "What do you mean?" I said, "I see that you have 3 children and that your man left you. I'm asking if I can help you. Can I take one or both of the younger children? Would you like me to just take care of 1 or 2 of the kids and give you a little break?" She gave me one child. She gave me the child she was pounding on. I brought him home. I gave him a bath. I fixed him a grilled cheese sandwich and some chicken noodle soup. And he watched Disney movies with me. When she had calmed down and things had settled down, I let the child go back to his mother. Because it's not one thing to call the police or call social services. You have to support the woman whose husband left her, and she was pregnant when he left her for another woman. So I know when to mind my own business, I know when to keep my mouth shut, and I know when to get involved. When people are hurting other people, I get involved, because that's just who I am. It's just in my DNA. It's like the firefighter, the policeman, the ambulance chaser. I'm a nurse. I get involved. I stop my car not to look at the gory bodies on the scene of an accident, but to render first aid. I don't look for trouble, but when trouble comes to me, I deal with it. That's really all I have to say in this short, sweet little video as I reminisce when I was a mother and I had a young child. And now I am an old woman and my son is now a father. Time marches on, folks. You may be 30 today, but in the blink of an eye, you'll be 50. So make good choices. Put nourishing food in your body. Drink water. Try and not smoke or quit smoking or smoke less. Substitute 1 can of Coca-Cola for a glass of water. I don't know. These are your choices. This is your body, and you're going to be in this body when you're 30, 40, 50, and 60. Everything that you drink today, everything you smoke today, everything you eat is impacting the body that you're going to have, and you're going to have to live in that body until your time comes. So be smart, make smart choices. That's all I have to say. And love on those kids. Get off of YouTube and take care of those kids. Don't be shushing them and pushing them out of the room. That's what matters, man. Family. Gathering place. See you later. Bye.